I get asked this question almost every single time I talk to an e-commerce founder about their email marketing. How many emails should I be sending every month? Well, in today's video, we're going to break down the exact answer behind that and how you should be thinking about it yourself. Now, before we dive into the video, as always, the links in the description to either work with us on the agency side, whether you need help with your email, SMS marketing, your paid advertising, your conversion rate optimization, or your user-generated content, or if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, the link to the inner circle is in the description as always. Now, without further ado, guys, let's dive into this video and answer the age-old question of how many emails you should be sending with your brand every single month. So like I said, guys, how many emails should you be sending with your e-commerce brand every single month? Well, let's break it down. So quick little intro as always. My name is Jordan Bazouzi. I'm the CEO and founder at New Reach Media. We're an e-commerce growth partner. So even though today we're going to be talking about email and SMS marketing, keep in mind, right, we are experts in paid advertising, conversion rate optimization, and user-generated content. And as always, the links in the description with all of our case studies. You can go ahead and check those out. We have a ton on our website and a ton in our little link tree on our website as well. But in today's video, we're going to be breaking down into this sort of little segment here. So the unquestionable value of email marketing, right? Why this is so important. Depending on who you are watching this video, I'm going to break down why you need to be utilizing emails, et cetera, et cetera. Campaigns versus flows, right? What is the difference inside of, specifically Klaviyo and email and SMS marketing, over and under sending, right? So what does it look like to actually start sending too many emails, but what does it look like to not send enough emails? I'm going to walk you through how you need to start thinking about that, as well as the strategic campaign frequency, right? You're not just going to start sending emails without any data, right? There's going to be a lot of things that you can look into this to actually make a strategic understanding, a strategic decision when it comes to the number of emails you're going to be sending. I'm going to sort of walk you through at the end of this video the specific sweet spot of the actual number of emails you should be sending every single month. So to make sure you stick around for that. So guys, let's dive into this, right? So the unquestionable value of email marketing. Guys, before we move forward, let's establish the fundamental importance of email marketing as a whole. This kind of ties into email and SMS, but specifically just keep in mind email for this example, right? Generally, every dollar you invest can average as high as an ROI as $42. I'm going to show you what I mean in just a bit, guys. But beyond the return on investment, coordinated email campaigns and just overall email marketing can shape the way your brand is perceived, the brand story, the actual feel, because this is pretty much the only way that people are able to interact with an online brand. You're not going to be necessarily texting them. You might be sometimes, but not having like actual conversations fully with these people. It's about building and creating great email and SMS campaigns that can actually build stronger customer relationships for your brand, and then eventually offer valuable insights in terms of your specific customer behavior, allowing you to figure out what you need to be creating next, what you need to invest in, what's not working, what is working, etc. And every e-commerce brand has the potential to generate at least 15 to 30% of monthly revenue via email or SMS marketing. I've written retention marketing here as the example. So moving on. Campaigns versus flows. Guys, what does this mean? So email campaigns, these are generally manually sent emails aimed at a specific targeted audience. We broke down a couple videos ago the top 8 audience segmentations. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. But you can do these for specific campaigns for whatever you want, right? Whether it's going to be like a product launch, just generally keeping top of mind, maybe some sort of sale, etc. These are actual campaigns where you're designing and writing all of the emails every single time. Whereas the automated flows, these are more so evergreen email sequences, meaning they're triggered by specific actions. And you may do some tweaking here and there, but you're not changing these automated flows every single day. You're not changing them every single time that they're sent out. So simply, I want you to think of them as, some sort of emails that are operating in the background. They're completely automated, personalized, and engagement based, depending on what an action an individual takes. Moving on, over and under sending, guys. So sending too many campaigns can definitely overwhelm and annoy your audience, leading to higher unsubscribe rates and diminished engagements, right? And even getting sent to the spam folder, which is really, really unfortunate. And the other side of this, right, is running too few campaigns, meaning is missed out on opportunities for revenue based on engagement. And the aim is to balance this for the quantity of your campaigns, for the quality of their content, right? So I'm going to talk to you how we think about this in just a moment. So how often should you send campaigns depends on several variables, right? The type of products you sell, understanding your customer base, the average purchase cycle that people are buying you from, as well as, seasonal fluctuations and customer segmentation, right? Depending on how big your audience is, you don't want to just be blindly sending emails. So you want to leverage these factors. And, if you actually go ahead and use Klaviyo, I can't speak for any other email service providers, but they have some extreme deep customer audience insights that allow you to actually understand, how many emails you should be sending on a day-to-day basis. And so what is the sweet spot per se? Well, as a brand owner, you need to be strategical about this. You obviously don't want to be sending too many emails and hitting, list fatigue, but you do want to be utilizing your campaigns quite often. So things to do here, like I just mentioned, are consider your list size, making sure that you're actually segmenting effectively, especially for relevance. And you really need to be cautious with smaller lists, anything under like 3,000 to 5,000 people. But at all sizes, segmentation is key. That way you can start to scale up the volume of your campaigns because you're not reaching the exact same people every single time you send an email. So I broke this down, guys, into 6 steps, the way that you can go ahead and think about this. Number 1 is obviously clearly defining objectives, right? So what is your goal of sending these campaigns? Is it obviously increasing sales, increasing retention? Do you need to be boosting engagement? Obviously, knowing your objectives actually helps you decide the frequency of your campaigns. Number 2, right? Baseline analysis. So what you want to go ahead and do is examine historical data on your email performance. So like, what do your open rates look like? What do your click-through rates look like? Conversion rates and subscribe rates. And this will actually give you an understanding as to how past campaigns have performed at a certain baseline for comparison. If you're going to go ahead and start to scale, you need to be looking at like what data was prior to when you started to send a lot more emails. If all of a sudden you used to go from maybe sending 6 emails a month to 16 and your unsubscribe rate doubles, that's a good sign that you're sending too many emails. Number 3, sort of like I just spoke about, customer segmentation, super important. Go ahead and watch that YouTube video on my channel about the top 8 audience segmentations. Just uploaded that, super important in reference to this. And step 4 is basically A/B testing, right? So run small scale campaigns with a different frequency across different segments and kind of just see, depending on segment A, when you send 2 emails to them, how does segment B react when you send 4 emails to them, and so on and so forth. And then data analysis, right? Like I said, after a set period, being able to look back on those key KPIs, like we mentioned, segment the audience, click-through rates, and the open rates, the unsubscribe rates, being able to make sure you can check those from where you're at now, from where you were, to kind of get that baseline again. And then simply number 6, adjust and refine. Simply all this means, guys, is making sure that you are relying on the data. Don't just make assumptions being like, oh, I want to send too many emails. If you're at a very high open rate, you're at a very high click-through rate, etc., people are loving your content. Why not send them more and get more people to buy from you and get more revenue and ultimately more profit? So as always, guys, if you want to work with our team, click the link in the description below. I would love to hop on a call with you, whether it's for email marketing. Normally, our services apply to brands making over $20,000 a month. Anything below that, I would love to have you join our inner circle and go through all of our SOPs and work with us one-on-one as a consultancy basis. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.